People coming in here wearing Obama buttons and Obama T-shirts in here to buy guns. They tell me they're in here to buy them before he bans them. What's that telling you about it?
The run on guns comes despite the president-elect's assurances he will protect the right to bear arms.
The NRA has a different position.
All right, stop right there. Notice he says the NRA. It's never about the Second Amendment. It's never about the people. You know, every time they're having warrantless wiretaps, they say the ACLU doesn't like it. And that's a politicized organization that a lot of people don't like for other stances. See, they're minimizing you down to a subgroup. The NRA was founded after the feds won the Civil War to arm paramilitary groups in the North to come in and carpetbag in the South. That's a fact. The NRA was founded as a gun control group. I've had Larry Pratt on to read those documents. They are the ones that got the Gun Control Act passed in 33. They are the ones that lobbied for the 68 Gun Control Act. You walk in one of these ignorant gun shop places and you tell them that, get out of here, commie. Hey, you think they could have got our guns and passed any gun control laws if the globalists didn't control our major group? The NRA is controlled. Does that mean their whole board's controlled? No. They get a good board member occasionally and they'll always run them out. You understand? You understand? Now, we've got clip after clip of Obama saying, well, if it's reasonable. But again, he calls reasonable total gun ban. Let's go back to the just tyrant. I mean, he wants to disarm you. 100% of the time in history, that means they want to abuse you and dominate you and enslave you. I mean, they know why they're doing it. Nothing to do with the little kiddies and keeping them safe. Here it is.
The view is if we allow even the smallest concession, that somehow guns are going to be taken away from everybody. You know, if you subscribe to that view, then you're not going to agree with me. If, on the other hand, you're a gun owner here in South Dakota who uses your gun to hunt or to protect your family, and does so in a lawful way, then you have nothing to worry about from me.
But many gun owners remember something Obama said before.
Over and over again. Yeah, back it up about 10 seconds. Over and over again, he says, nothing to worry about for me. And when Obama's lying particularly bad, he gets in this real trance like NPR. And that's a type of neuro-linguistic programming. They get in this real calm, soothing. I mean, this guy's programming. Everything's all right. But if you're if you're a South Dakotan, he's talking to that group of people like, if you're part of this tribe, if you're a reasonable South Dakotan, whatever group he's talking to, like you, because you're a South Dakotan, you're special. He's hitting neurolinguistic programming. He's using tribal programs, local programming. I mean, it's all multifaceted, very deceptive. But then we have all these clips of him going, well, if you think we should just take all the guns at once unilaterally, that may not be constitutional, but we're going to take a lot of them. You know, I've got that clip. I mean, this guy passed bills and tried to pass bills to take all your guns, okay? He did that when he was in Illinois. He is a piece of filth. Here it is.
And does so in a lawful way, then you have nothing to worry about from me.
But many gun owners remember something Obama said before that.
People have been beaten down so long, and they feel so betrayed by government.
Well, it's not surprising then that they get bitter. They cling to guns or religion.
The National Rifle Association has done its best to scare gun owners about Obama.
All right, stop right there. Stop right there. They've done their best to scare? Yeah, so they can look like they're the group you can trust, so they can get your millions of dollars a year in contributions, and then go Judas Goat and sell you out. I mean, this ABC News piece isn't showing you all the bills he actually authored, word for word, with bill numbers. We're going to show that to you coming up. Here it is.
What Barack Obama called America's 80 million gun owners.
Don't tell me words don't matter.
Gun owners have their own word for Barack Obama.
Obama voted 4 times to deny citizens the right of self-protection, even in their home.
Look at his voting record, not his words. Don't listen to his words. Look at his actions. Look at his voting record. And if he had the ability, he'd take everything away. I guarantee it. I promise you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if he had the ability. The only reason he doesn't is because people stand up to him and stop him to some degree. But he's going to have, with the Democratic, Congress and everything, he's going to be able to push through whatever he wants to now.
He says he doesn't want to take them away.
He's lying through his teeth. Look at his voting record. Don't listen to his words. Look at his actions. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, Barack Obama doesn't believe that the citizens have the right to own a handgun, period. He wants them only for law enforcement and for the military.
That's right.
And that just makes...
We're going to come back, folks, with his real record. Now, again, but they're telling you, oh, we don't want your guns, but we do want to ban them. I mean, he is for total gun ban. He has supported and voted and pushed for that. We're going to come back with the facts. Stay with us.
Did you know that it's a documented fact 80% of all Americans and 85% of people around the world suffer from internal parasites and parasitic infection? You may be one of millions of people suffering from one of dozens of debilitating chronic diseases from these parasites, and your doctor would never know it. In fact, clinically detected parasites account for only 1% of all cases. Don't continue to suffer from pain due to misdiagnosis. Now you can fight internal parasites, heavy metal poisoning, and high cholesterol naturally and safely by mixing fossilized phytoplankton powder, also known as FPP, with your favorite beverage once a day. FPP is used around the world, has numerous uses, and is now available to you from Freshwater Organics. FPP strengthens skin, hair, and bones, lowers cholesterol, and is an excellent source of natural plant-based silica with 14 trace minerals. Order some today at freshwaterorganics.com. Again, that's freshwaterorganics.com, or call 888-949-3570.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th. But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden. This is his MO.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
Now that the election is over and the shock is beginning to wear off, Ready Reserve Foods, in an effort to get as many Americans prepared for the promised changes of the new administration and to help you and your family survive the global economic crash, Ready Reserve is offering the pre-inauguration special. Between now and January 20th, 2009, all food units U1 through U7 are being offered at wholesale prices. That's a 33% savings. A year's supply of meals starts as low as 73 cents per meal. Ready Reserve Food offers only the highest quality dehydrated food, packed in double enameled cans in an inert nitrogen atmosphere, allowing a 15-plus year shelf life. Ready Reserve has been manufacturing since 1972, giving them the freedom to offer you amazing savings. Great tasting Ready Reserve Foods at wholesale prices. Order now at ReadyReserveFoods.com or call today. 1-800-453-2202. That's 1-800-453-2202.
Federal agents, we are armed!
The United Nations on July 7th, 2001, had a UNIDIR, United Nations Small Arms Disarmament Summit in New York City. And many times I read off the official UN website their agenda. And they stated that civilian ownership of firearms threatens, in their words, the legitimate power monopoly of the state. Power monopoly of the state. Only the government, which is illegitimate and doesn't do what the people want or what's constitutional, that only exists for foreign banks to use it as a suction proboscis to suck our economy dry. That's why tyrannical governments want your guns, want your weapons. For thousands of years, it's always the same. Because it threatens their power monopoly. Their power monopoly. They want a power monopoly. They don't want you to have a check and balance against them. And now, openly, I've had multiple congressmen on. Senator Inhofe, we've played the audio. They were threatened with martial law. They didn't pass the bailout. The bailout was a total martial law for Wall Street. Wall Street took over the government, ladies and gentlemen. Congress has no authority now. Over $8.5 trillion have been stolen, and we haven't even gotten the new numbers in 3 weeks. I'm sure it's far worse now.